What's going on, Lost Mirror? Oh, shit. This is going to be a weird transition for everyone, just like the most motivational words I've heard in a long time to be like, hey, here's this weird-ass, dumbass jokes. Y'all ready for this? This is so fucking cool. On paper, I like to try and avoid being in the middle of the woods with a bunch of screaming white folks around a fire. Just as a rule of thumb, I'd like to stay away from that. But this is fucking, I feel like I'm in a dream right now. Like looking around, I'm just like, yeah, there was a stage with a giant mirror, and I could make eye contact with myself. And there were little paintings around, and the host of the show used to be Elvis. What? There was a mill that they ground corn with or something like that. And it used to be a restaurant. I feel like this is what homeless people in Athens will say. I used to do comedy at this old stone mill. There were all my friends and a beautiful dog that just wandered the stage. Everyone that's gone up tonight, it was been so great. During that first dude's song, it was like such a beautiful song. I made eye contact with this dog. There he comes, right on cue. And I got tripped out. I was like, you have so many memories I'll never know about, dude. Fuck, you're like a whole other being, yo. That's wild. He don't even know. He knows he's a. Who's the dog? Is that your dog, Ben? What's the dog's name, dude? Frick, that's like a Pixar dog. Theo's adventures, Bane's coming along. They're singing a cool song. Hey, can we get that violin back up here? Oh man, this is cool, guys. I've had a really fucking weird week. It's been a real weird week. Here's in the order of shooting this. Here's how my week has gone. First, I got fired from a job. Shit, that. Oh my God, that's okay, a lot of mixed reactions here. Most of you were more sympathetic than my parents. This guy just doesn't give a fuck that I got fired. And I'm with the fellow in the back there. I don't know. See, like, there's a lot of privilege in this area, so maybe y'all don't know, but people can get fired from jobs, and that sucks. So that was okay, but it's not the worst thing that's happened to me. And then Trump got elected president, and I'm freaking out about it. Oh my God! I just want to know where the secret police are. The secret police in this room right now. That wasn't fun. And then the shittiest thing that happened to me this week is I hugged a white dude with dreads, and one of his dreads went into my mouth. Nom, very, very spicy. That was not great. It wasn't this guy, if you all were wondering. No, I do not want to put a braid in my mouth, sir. Thank you for the offer. It was the weirdest taste. Look, I've never been to Bonnaroo or any of those festivals, but I've tasted all of the music festivals. And they taste like weed smoke and a philosophy degree. It was not food. Oh. What do you use anything in your hair, or do you not? I don't even know what that. How do you skirt around talking to someone? Okay. Oh, I've never felt like I had brown guilt before. So how do you keep that up? Is there like a regimen? Is that like a natural genes? Maybe they come, like I said, a natural, like a thing that you're born with? Hell yeah. That's the best reaction I've ever had to a set. Dog's just like, yeah, I want to be here for this. Cool. Theo and Bean going to Alaska, gonna find a cool jewel. Let's do a joke, huh? I'm not a smart boy. I'm not a smarty pants McGee. I'm what doctors would consider a bing bong. It's a medical term. I wish you wouldn't laugh at that. Kind of rude. Anyway, oh give you an example. I'm not a smart guy. Like, my freshman year of high school, I was in love with this girl named Abigail. Abby, for short, if you knew her. I'm not sure why I threw that useless detail. But she was great, and she played softball, and because of that, she had arthritis in her wrist, which is a common thing, apparently. But I'm dumb, and I thought the disease arthritis was the disease Alzheimer's. So for an entire year, I walked around thinking my 14-year-old crush had Alzheimer's. You know the thing when you're like really old and you forget stuff? And it was the weirdest year of my life. Like I was walking around just like obscenely proud of her. Just like so proud of everything she was doing. Because she did not have Alzheimer's. And she was just a regular person who was smart and just lived her life. Like I remember during Halloween, she took us around her neighborhood to trick or treat, and she like took us everywhere. And during it, I just like, I had a second alone with her, and I was like, Abby, I'm so freaking proud of you, girl. Like, this is amazing. This is so crazy. A holy freak. Like, you know this entire neighborhood backwards and forwards. Like, this is so nuts, dude. Like, you drive around, you take yourself to school, and you take yourself back, and you go to the cul-de-sac, and you know your garage code, and you know where you put the spare key, and it's so cool. And she was like, yeah, I live here. Are you having a stroke? What the fuck are you talking about? And this was 2008, and like WALL-E had just come out, and I remember we were talking about our favorite Pixar movies at lunch one day, and she was like, I think Dory might be my favorite character. She's like, she's so well written. And I was like, Of course you like Dory. To see that kind of representation in a movie reflected back at you, to know that in some ways you guys like kind of looking out for you. That is amazing. Abigail, freak. She was like, dude, did you do Molly? Why are you? It's fourth period and you're crying at lunch. Calm down. And this was in March, and at the end of the year, something really weird happened. We were in our trig final for math, and before the test, she realized that she forgot her calculator at home. And she was like, Coach Harrison, I'm really sorry, I forgot my calculator. You think you have one in the back? And Coach Harrison, the teacher of the class, was like, Abby, it was on the handout. Okay, you're supposed to bring a calculator. Like, I'll go check the back. And upon hearing this, like, subtle reprimandment, I lost my motherfucking mind. I was like, how dare you? How dare you talk to this girl after all she's been through, Coach? I mean, are you are you freaking kidding me? I mean, do you want to be on the wrong side of history, Coach? I mean, what the actual age are you talking about? I mean, what are we, some, like, math monsters just walking around like, everybody do some math! I don't care what your ailments are, you gotta do some math! Is that who we are now? And everyone in my class was like, oh, what the fuck? And Coach Harrison, our varsity head football coach, looked at me and was like, I'm so sorry. I don't know what I did. But nobody has talked to me like that in years. I think I have to call my wife. And then the school year ended. I was talking to a friend of mine, and Abby at this point, this was the summer, so she was like working up in a campaign in D.C. She was crushing it. And I was talking to a friend of mine, and I was like, dude, whoa, Abby, she beat arthritis, and she's working in Washington, D.C. now. That is amazing. Like, she's going to be president, right? She has to be president. And he was like, no, it's not. I mean, yeah, she's just smart. I don't think the arthritis had anything to do with it. You're right, though. She is great. And I was like, this fucking guy. No, it's like a really big deal. It like affects everything she does. Do you know she led me around during Halloween? She knows her entire neighborhood. And he was like, dude, it's in her wrist. And I was like, do you fucking know what arthritis is? And he was like, do you know what arthritis is? And they told me, and to go talk to Abby, and I was like, hey, Abby, for an entire year, I thought you had Alzheimer's. She was like, you're so dumb. You might be a bing bong. And then I went to the doctor, and he was like, yeah. Oh, man, what else do we want to talk about? I can't get over how adorable that is. Every time. That's my comedy coach. Oh, man. Guys, I don't know how many of y'all sat on this, but this part's a little bit raised. And it did the right amount of support in the right amount of areas. What else can we get into? This is something really weird happened to me recently. Y'all can maybe help me out with this. I was on campus on my computer just typing away, doing my homework, and in my regular eyesight, just like in my regular field of vision, was this regular plain-looking white dude. You guys have seen him. I don't know. Look around. And he was just clacking away on his computer, and then he left to go to the bathroom, and while he was gone, this like regular like plain-looking white girl, Lindsay probably, or Heather, she came down and came up to where he was sitting and did one of these. She was like, and she took his laptop and bounced. And I was like, oh shit! Did I just witness white-on-white crime? What the fuck? I thought that only happened in like boardrooms and in trailer parks. I think you could just do that in a library. And then he came back and he did one of these. He was like, laptop is on the laptop. Okay. And then he pulled out another laptop and just continued working. And I was like, wait, is this what white privilege is? Just 2 laptops and just get to hang out? Just live life? Is that what that is? Every white person now laughing right now is like, Tyler, you had one fucking job, dude. Now you let it slip. All right, I'll do one thing and then we gotta get out of here. You guys have been great. Give it up for yourselves. This has been so much fun. You guys are so great. Oh my God. I'm always afraid I'm gonna turn around and look at the dark version of me. It's gonna be he just curses a little bit more. You guys have dads? Dads in the house? Dad room. All right. Everybody kiss the cook. What is that? I have a dad, and my dad always tries to give me jokes to put in my set, and it never works, but recently he did something that was so fucking funny that I was like, I should probably quit comedy, because that's the funniest thing I have ever heard. We were driving, and he makes me sit in the back seat sometimes. And he was in the front seat, and he was like, you know what, Shaunak? You better get ready for this joke right now, buddy, because I don't think you're gonna feel the power of this joke in your arse if you don't pay attention to the whole thing. It's gonna be there's a lot of zing and pep on this joke, buddy. You better buckle up. Put your funny pants on. I can see you in the gigantic mirror. You better put your funny pants on. Put your funny pants on. You know, you can get Bob from Robert. You can get Bill from William, the name. But how do you get Dick from Richard? I wonder how you get it from that guy. That guy's a funny guy. How do you get Dick from Richard, you know? You just have to ask him nicely. That's all you have to do. Dad, what the who is Richard, Dad? Should Mom and I be worried? What is this? You're just gonna throw this on me on 316, Dad? All right, guys, you guys have been great. Thank you so much.
Keep it going, Shawnee. Give it up for Shawnee. That was awesome.